Hello children, we are discussing revision assignment related to the topic what is inside atom. In that first question, why are the atoms of different elements are different? So the atoms of elements, properties of elements depends on arrangement of atoms. Arrangement of atoms. So arrangement of atoms is depends on their atomic number, arrangement of fundamental particles. So the arrangement of atoms makes the different elements will differ. Arrangement of atoms inside that element will differs the elements of different atoms of different elements. Next, who has proposed the first model of an atom? Name 3 subatomic particles. Second question. So, who has proposed a model means the arrangement of fundamental, not only fundamental particle, even atom has more than 100 subatomic particles. More than 100 subatomic particles even atom has. So, the arrangement in that 100 subatomic particles we have 3 main particles are called fundamental particles. So those 3 are electron, proton, neutron are the 3 subatomic particles. Main 3 subatomic particles of an atom are termed as fundamental particles. The arrangement of these fundamental particles in an atom, which reveals the structure of an atom, is first proposed by the scientist. J.J. Thompson. At the time of he, only 2 fundamental particles are discovered. Those are electron, proton. So the arrangement of electron, proton inside the atom is explained by the scientist J.J. Thompson, and it is termed as first atomic model. So we will go for next question, third question. Why J.J. Thompson model was compared with watermelon? So J.J. Thompson he explained how he explained his model of an atom. He assumed that no doubt atom is spherical in shape and which is a neutral. So which is a neutral and spherical in shape. Neutral means having a equal number of positive and negative charge. So electron is assumed to be having negative charge, proton is having positive charge. So the equal number of electrons, protons, we can say that atom is neutral. So atom is in spherical shape. And he assumed that the positive mass is assumed as a red fibrous mass of watermelon. He assumed that he compared with his model with watermelon. Why it is compared with watermelon means he assumed that exactly as the red fibrous mass of watermelon. The red fibrous mass is compared with it is a positive charge. So is compared with is assumed as it is a positive charge of atom, whereas the seeds of watermelon are assumed as electrons. No doubt it is blindly it is wrong. Why? Because how can we separate a negative charge and positive charge simultaneously without having neutralization? So here how the negatively charged electrons are shielded from positive charged mass. He didn't explain, even though it is his drawback. But he given the pathway for the explanation of structure of an atom, that he assumed that seeds in watermelon are considered as electrons, considered as negatively charged electrons, whereas the red fibrous mass is what he considered as a positive charge. So that's why it is similar to the watermelon. So that's why his model is also called as watermelon model. Next, compare the subatomic particles electron and proton. Compare the subatomic particles electron and proton. So no doubt electron is invented by the scientist. Electron is invented by the scientist J.J. Thomson, is discovered by the scientist J.J. Thomson, whereas proton is discovered by the scientist Rutherford. So even the both, as a comparison here, as a comparison, both are discovered by discharge tube experiment only, by observing discharge tube experiment. That discharge tube experiment is invented by the scientist William Crookes. So by observing that experiment, J.J. Thomson analyzed negatively charged particles as electrons. So electron has a negative charge, negatively charged particle, whereas a proton has a positive charge, is said to be having positively charged particle, and both are having equal magnitude, whereas the mass of electron is negligible. So charge we have taken means charge value if we have considered means minus 1.602 into 10 power minus 19 coulombs. 10 power minus 19 coulombs. Whereas the charge of a proton if we have considered as plus 1.602 into 10 power minus 19 coulombs. So this is the charge of electron, charge of proton. So both are having same magnitude is same, sign is different. So whereas the mass of electron is negligible. Mass of electron is negligible, 0.00548 AMU. Whereas the mass of proton is 1.00727 AMU. 7227 AMU. So the mass of electron is assumed to be negligible. So whereas mass of proton is 2000 times, is approximately 2000 times more than mass of electron. 2000 times more than mass of electron. Mass of electron. So which is present according to after discovery, electron is outside the nucleus, whereas proton present inside the nucleus. After the Rutherford's atomic model, we can say that. So in this way we can differentiate both the fundamental particles electron and proton. Next, fifth question. How did the idea of subatomic particle evolves? So the idea of subatomic particles. So at first the idea of atom. So matter, the ultimate smallest particle of matter is atom. That idea is given by our Indian saint Maharshi Kanda. He assumed that matter contains smallest particles as Anu and Paramanu, Sanskrit words. Anu means molecule, Paramanu means atom. So that after then modified, that is agreed by the scientist, the English teacher actually, John Dalton. He is an English teacher, John Dalton. He agreed with that explanation, whatever the given by assumption, whatever the given by the Maharshi Kanda. So according to John Dalton, he given a name, atom. So for Paramanu, he given a name, atom, which means not divisible. Greek word which means not divisible. So the atom is the smallest particle. Atom is the ultimate smallest particle of an atom. Ultimate smallest particle of an atom. Atom is the smallest particle of an atom. So which extracted from the word atomio, and which means not divisible. Not divisible. Which means not divisible. So when an atom is exposed to some experimental evidences done by Michael Faraday. So according to the scientist Michael Faraday, an atom is exposed to under the experimental studies, atom is going to be acquired a negative charge during electrolysis experiments related to the electricity. During electrolytic experiments, atom is possessing negative charge. So after then, John Dalton only said atom is assumed as a neutral. Atom is assumed as neutral. So if a neutral particle means already this experiment proving that atom having negative charge. So the idea of neutral is there means negative charge is exactly should be balanced with a positive charge. This explanation reveals that something, even though atom is the smallest particle, but something negatively charged particles or positively charged particles are present in the atom. So that negatively charged particles after then by observing discharge tube experiment, J. Thompson named that negatively charged particles as electrons. So the idea of invention of subatomic particles is arised like this. So positively charged protons are named as protons after the discharge tube observing discharge tube experiment. So this is the idea regarding the subatomic particles present in an atom. So that's all for this assignment. Thank you.